नललितलोका त्रणयकारुण्य घन घनात्वं प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणार्णवस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं महाप्रभु कीर्तन नृत्य गीता वादित्रमाद्यान् मनसोरसेना महाप्रभु कीर्तन नृत्य गीता वादित्रमाद्यान् मनसोरसेना रोमाञ्चकम्पा श्रुतरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं रोमाञ्चकम्पा श्रुतरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं श्रीविग्रहाराधननित्यनाना शृङ्गारतन्मन्दिरमर्जनाधो धननित्यनाना शृङ्गारतन्मन्दिरमर्जनाधो युक्तस्य भक्तां शनियुञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं युक्तस्य भक्तां शनियुञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं चतुर्विधा श्रीभगवत्प्रसाद स्वाद्वन्नतृप्तान् हरिभक्तसङ्घान् भगवत्प्रसाद स्वाद्वन्नतृप्तान् सङ्घान् कृतैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं तृप्तिं भजत सदैव वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपार माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्नां माधवयोरपार माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्नां प्रतीक्षणास्वादनलोलुपस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं पस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं निकुञ्जयूनो रतिकेलिसिद्धै यायालिभिर्युक्तिरपेक्षणीया यूनो रतिकेलिसिद्धै यायालिभिर्युक्तिरपेक्षणीया तत्रार्तिदक्षादतिवल्लभस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं तत्रार्तिदक्षादतिवल्लभस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं साक्षाद्धरित्वेन समस्तशास्त्रैरुक्तस्तथा भाव्यत एव सद्भिः समस्तशास्त्रैरुक्तस्तथा भाव्यत एव सद्भिः किन्तु प्रभोया प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत् प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादान् न गति कुतोऽपि प्रसादात् भगवत् प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादान् न गति ध्यायां स्तुवां तस्य यस्य स्त्रीसन्ध्यां वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् तस्य यस्य स्त्रीसन्ध्यां वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Nila Madhav Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Nila Madhav Radhe Jaya Radha Shyam Sundar Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Shyam Sundar Shri Radhe Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadrama Jaya Sudarshan Chakra Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadrama Jaya Sudarshan Chakra Jaya Sitaram Jaya Sitaram Jaya Lakshmana Hanuman Jaya Sitaram सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय गौरानिताय 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 जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा 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 नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल।
Jai Om Shnupada Brahmamsa Prataka Acharya Ashtota Shata Shishmatis Divine Grace Abharjana Rinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON BBT Bhaktivedanta Institute Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Shnupada Brahmamsa Prataka Acharya Ashtota Shata Shishmatis Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavanda Ki Jai. Nama Acharya Srila Haridasa Thakur Ki Jai. Premi se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrajabhumi Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Purushottama Chaitanya Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Shri Ayodhya Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Tulsi Devi Ki Jai, Samavrita Bhaktavinda Ki Jai, Indira Ekadashi Ki Jai, Ekadashi Vrata Ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtana Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari. All glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pelat telat taine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Shilatanka Nakhalai Ito Nasimha Parato Nasimha Yato yato yami tato nasimha Bahe nasimho hidaye nasimho Bahe nasimho hidaye nasimho Narasimhamadi शरणं प्रपदे नरसिंहम् आदिं शरणं प्रपदे तव करकमलवरेणखाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गां दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गां केशवदेता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधेता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा
तुलसीदेव्याय प्रियाय केशव सच विष्णु भक्तिपदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः वृंदाय तुलसीदेव्याय प्रियाय केशव सच विष्णु भक्तिपदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः वृंदाय तुलसीदेव्याय प्रियाय केशव सच विष्णु भक्तिपदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः वृंदा देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय।
नमो नमः। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। राधा कृष्ण सेवा पाबो एय अभिलाषी। राधा कृष्ण सेवा पाबो एय अभिलाषी। ये तोमार शरण लोय तारा वंश पूर्ण होय। कृपा कोरी कोरो तारे वृंदावन वासी। मोरा ये अभिलाष विलास कुंज धियो वास। नयने हेरिबो सदा युगल रूपरासी। हे निवेदन दारो सखीरनुगात कोरो। सेवाधिकार दिए कोरो निज दासी। दीन कृष्ण दासे को ये न मोरा होय। दीन कृष्ण दासे को ये न मोरा होय। श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेमे सदा ये न बासी। श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेमे सदा ये न बासी। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः। यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिण पदे पदे। यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणपादे पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणपदे पदे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय तुलसी महारानी जय वृंदा देवी जय तुलसी महारानी जय वृंदा देवी जय वृंदे जय वृंदे जय वृंदे जय श्री वृंदे नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल वृंदाय तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रद देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः
I beg you to make me follower Karha Dancer's Virgin. Please give me the privilege devotional service and make me own maid servant. This very fallen lowly servant of Krishna prays. May I always swim the love, Shishi Radha and Govinda. Srimati Tulasi Marani ki jai. There are 10 fences in the matter of chanting holy names that should be avoided, and they are as follows. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the name of the demigods, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, to be equal to independent name, Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature pursuing the Vedic version. 5. To consider glorious chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities and strength to chanting holy name. 8. To consider chanting Hare Krishna one of the auspicious ritual activities, offering the Vedas, fruity activities, karma, ganda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about glorious holy name. 10. To not complete faith in the chanting holy names, and to maintain material attachments even after studying so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims a Vaishnava must carefully guard against these 10 offenses in order to quickly achieve desired success. Krishna Prema. Now let us offer most humble obeisances on all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They are just as trees who can fulfill to everyone. They are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Shri Chaitanya Shikshastakam ki jai. Jeto Darpana Marchanam Pavamahadavagni Nirvapanam Shriya Gairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavatu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnarmita Sadhanam Sarvatmasnapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Namnamagari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatra Pita Niyamita Smaranena Galaha Etadishi Tavakripa Bhagavam Mamapi Durudeva Midisham Yahajani Nanurakaha Trinatapi Sunijena Tarorapi Saishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtanya Sada Harihi Na Thanam Na Chanam Na Sundarim Kavitam Vajagadisha Gamahi Mama Jammani Jamanishware Bhavata Bhaktir Haituki Tavai Ayi Nanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Kripaya Tava Pada Pankaja Sthita Duri Satesham Vichintaya Nayanam Garadashuru Daraya Vadanam Gadgada Rudaya Gira Pulakai Nichitam Vapurkada Tavanama Grahane Bhavishati Yuga itam nimishena chakshusha pravisha itam shunya itam jagat sarvam govinda virahe name ashrishava padaratam pinnastumam adarsanam marmahatam karotuva yatha tatha va vidathatu lampato matprananathastu se eva na paraha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Chaitanya Shikshastakam ki jai. Glory to Shri Krishna Sankirtana, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes fire of conditional life for repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is prime benediction for humanity in the large, because it spreads the rays of benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and enable us to fully taste the nectar for which always anxious. O my Lord, your holy name alone grants all benediction to human beings. Thus you have hundreds of millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names are invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out kindness enables us to easily approach you by your holy name. But I'm so unfortunate I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than the tree, devoid all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to of all respect others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor the desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O Son of Maranjananda Krishna, I am an eternal servitor, yet somehow I fall in the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me at one's ardent lotus feet. O my Lord, while my eyes be decorated with tears, love flowing constant when I chant the holy name, while my voice choke up when I hear my body stand and the recitation of your name. O Govinda, feeling of separation consider the moment to be like a great millennium. Tears are flowing from eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so if he handles me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything, everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally. Shri Chaitanya Shakshastakam ki jai. Shri Mangala Charanam Praise ki jai. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshumritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Patakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahakana Ragnatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhuttale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namene Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Desha Tarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhuttale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripaptaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhavin Namaha Madhuryo Jala Premadya Shri Rupa Nuga Bhaktita Shri Gaura Karana Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dina Darine Rupanuga Viruddha Pasiddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padam Pujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Svarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaurar Virbhava Bhumistvam Nirtishta Sajana Priyaha Vaishnava Sarabhaumashi Jagannathaya Te Namaha Vancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhu Pyevacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha Pancha Tadvatamakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Svarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakham Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Hey Krishna Karna Sindho Dinabanto Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Sratoro Pangor Mama Mandar Materkati Masarvasva Padam Pojo Radha Madana Mohano Divya Vindarana Kalpadurmadaha Shimadra Nagara Singhasanasto Shimadratha Shila Govinda Devo Prishtaribi Sevyamano Smarami Shiman Rasa Rasarambi Vamsi Vata Tatastitaha Karsham Vinu Saner Gopir Gopinatha Shiyestunaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Panamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Dadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Mangalacharna Prayers Ki Jai Shri Brahma Samhita Ki Jai Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Chintamani Parakara Satmasukha Praviksha Raksha Riteshu Surabi Rabi Palayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shatasam Parmasevya Manam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Venon Kavanantam Aravinda Dalaya Daksham Parharvatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Gantarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Alola Chantakarasa Vanamare Vamshi Ranangadam Panayakeri Kalavilasam Shamam Tripanga Lalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vrittimanti Pashanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chimmaya Satujala Vigrahasya Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Pajami Advaitam Achotam Anadim Ananta Rupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Durabam Madurabam Atma Bhakto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Pantastu Koti Shatavasara Sampragamyo Vayurathapi Manaso Munipangavanan Sophyastiya Prapada Simya Vichinta Tatve Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ekopya Sarachaitum Jagadanta Kotim Yachakti Rasti Jagadanta Chayaya Dantaha Antantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pachami Yad Bhava Bhavita Diyo Manuchastateva Samprapya Rupa Mahimasanayana Pushaha Suktaryam Eva Nikama Patitai Stuvanti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pachami Ananda Chimmai Rasa Patibhavitapi Stapi Evan Jarupataya Kalapihi Goloke eva nivasati kalatma bhutto govindamadi purusham tamaham pajami premanjana churutha bhakti vilochanena santa sateva hitayeshu vilokayanti yam shama sundam achintya guna swarupam govindamadi purusham tamaham pajami Ramadi murtishu kalanyamena tishtan nanavatarama puvanishu kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhava Parama Pumam Yo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Pajami. Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the Supreme Godhead. He has an eternal, blissful spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, and he is the prime cause of all causes.
The first progenitor who is tending the cows, yielding all desire in abodes built with spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of purpose trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute, with blooming eyes like lotus petals, with head decked with peacock's feather, with a figure of beauty tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming millions of cupids.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, round whose neck is swinging a garland of flowers beautified with the moon locket, whose two hands are adorned with the flute and jeweled ornaments, who always revels in pastimes of love, whose graceful three-fold bending form of Shyam Sundara is eternally manifest.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose transcendental form is full of bliss, truth, substantiality, and is thus full of the most dazzling splendor. Each of the limbs of that transcendental figure possesses in himself the full-fledged functions of all the organs, and eternally sees, maintains, and manifests the infinite universes, both spiritual and mundane.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is inaccessible to the Vedas but obtainable by pure unalloyed devotion of the soul, who is without a second, who is not subject to decay, is without a beginning, whose form is endless, who is the beginning and the eternal Purusha, yet he is a person possessing the beauty of blooming youth.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, only the tip of the toe of whose lotus feet is approached by the yogis who aspire after the transcendental and betake themselves to pranayam by drilling the respiration, or by the jnanis who try to find out the non-differentiated Brahman by the process of elimination of the mundane, extending over thousands of millions of years.
He is an undifferentiated entity, as there is no distinction between potency and the possessor thereof. In his work of creation of millions of worlds, his potency remains inseparable. All the universes exist in him and is present in his fullness in every one of the atoms that are scattered throughout the universe at one and at the same time. Such is the primeval Lord whom I adore.
I adore the same Govinda, the primeval Lord, in whose praise men who are imbued with devotion sing the mantra suktas told by the Vedas, by gaining their appropriate beauty, greatness, thrones, conveniences, and ornaments.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, residing in his all realm Goloka with Radha, resembling his own spiritual figure, the embodiment of the ecstatic potency possessed of the 64 artistic activities, in the company of her confidants, sakhis, embodiments and of the extensions of her bodily form, pre-meted and vitalized by his ever blissful spiritual rasa.
I worship Govinda, the primal Lord, who is Shyam Sundar Krishna himself, with inconceivable, innumerable attributes, whom the pure devotees see in their heart of hearts with the eye of devotion, tinged with the salve of love.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who manifested himself personally as Krishna and the different avatars in the world in the forms of Rama, Nrsimha, Vamana, etc. as his subjective portions. Sri Brahma Samhita ki jai. Bhagavad Gita 7.1 purport. शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृदयन्ता हि स्तौ हि अभद्राणि विदुनोति सुहृत्सतं नष्टप्रयेष्व अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भागवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैस्तिकी तदा राजास्तमो भावा कामालोभादयाश्च ये चेत एतरनावेदं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्नमनसो भगवद्भक्तियोगतः भगवत्तत्त्वविज्ञानं मुक्तसङ्गस्य जायते विद्यते हृदयग्रन्थे सिद्ध्यन्ते सर्वसमस्याः क्षीयन्ते च कर्माणि दृष्टा एवात्मनीश्वरे.
To hear about Krishna from Vedic literatures or to hear from him directly through the Bhagavad Gita is itself the righteous activity. And for one who hears about Krishna, Lord Krishna, who is dwelling in everyone's heart, acts as a best wishing friend and purifies the devotee who constantly engages in hearing of him.
In this way, a devotee naturally develops his dormant transcendental knowledge. As he hears more about Krishna from the Bhagavatam and from the devotees, he becomes fixed in the devotional service of the Lord.
By development of devotional service, one becomes freed from the modes of passion and ignorance, and thus material lusts and awareness are diminished.
When the impurities are wiped away, the candidate remains steady in his position of pure goodness, becomes enlivened by devotional service, and understands the signs of God perfectly.
Thus, Bhakti Yoga severs severs the hard knot of material affection and enables one to come at once to the stage of asamsayam samagram, understanding of the supreme absolute truth, personality of Godhead. Therefore, only by hearing from Krishna or from his devotee in Krishna consciousness can one understand the science of Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita 10.19 Sri Bhagavanuvacha Hantate katas yasyami divya hi atma vibhutaya pradantaya kuru shrestha nasti anto vistarayasya. Sri Bhagavanuvacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Hanta, yes, te, unto you, Kata ishyami, I shall speak, Divya, divine, Hey, certainly. Atma Vibhutaya, personal opulences, Pradhayan Yataha, which are principal. Kuru Shrestha, O best of the Kurus, Na Asti, there is not, Antaha, limit, Vistarasya, to the extent, me, my. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations, but only of those which are prominent, O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. It is not possible to comprehend the greatness of Krishna and his opulences. The senses of the individual soul are limited and do not permit him to understand the totality of Krishna's affairs. Still, the devotees try to understand Krishna, but not one on the principle that they will be able to understand Krishna fully at any specific time or in any state of life. Rather, the very topics of Krishna are so relishable that they appear to the devotees as nectar. Thus, the devotees enjoy them. In discussing Krishna's opulences and his diverse energies, the pure devotees take transcendental pleasure. Therefore, they want to hear and discuss them. Krishna knows that living entities do not understand the extent of his opulences. He therefore agrees to state only the principal manifestations of his different energies. The word pradhanyatha, principle, is very important because we can understand the principal details of the Supreme Lord are for his features are unlimited. It is not possible to understand them all, and Vibhuti, as used in this verse, refers to the opulences by which he controls the whole manifestation. In the Amarakosha dictionary, it is stated that Vibhuti indicates an exceptional opulence. The impersonalist or pantheist cannot understand the exceptional opulences of the Supreme Lord nor the manifestations of his divine energies, both in the material world and in the spiritual world. His energies are distributed in every variety of manifestation. Now, Krishna is describing what can be directly perceived with common men. Thus, part of his variegated energy is described in this way.
Chapter 10, text 20. अहमात्मा गुडाकेश सर्वभूताशय स्थितः अहमादिश्च मध्यम च भूतानामन्त एव च. Aham, I, Atma, the soul, Gudakesa, O Arjun, Sarva Bhuta, of all living entities, Asaya Sthita, situated within the heart, Aham, I am, Adi, the origin, Cha, also, Madhyam, middle, Cha, also, Bhutanam, of all living entities, Anta, end, Eva, certainly, Cha, and. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I am the super soul, O Arjun, seated in the hearts of all living entities. I am the beginning, the middle, and end of all beings. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this verse, Arjun is addressed as Gudakesa, which means one who has conquered the darkness of sleep. For those who are sleeping in the darkness of ignorance, it is not possible to understand how the Supreme Personality of Godhead manifests Himself in various ways in this material and spiritual worlds. Thus, this address by Krishna to Arjun is significant, because Arjun is above such darkness. The personality of Godhead exists to describe His various opulences. Krishna first informs Arjun that he is the soul of the entire cosmic manifestation by dint of his primary expansion. Before the material creation, the Supreme Lord, by his plenary expansion, accepts the Purusa incarnation, and from him everything begins. Therefore, he is Atma, the soul of the Mahatattva, the universal elements. The total material energy is not the cause of the creation. Actually, the Mahavishnu enters into the Mahatattva, the total material energy. He is the soul. When Mahavishnu enters into the manifested universes, he again manifests himself as the super soul in each and every entity. We have experienced that the personal body of the living entity exists due to the presence of the spiritual spark. Without the existence of the spiritual spark, the body cannot develop. Similarly, the material manifestation cannot develop unless the Supreme Soul Krishna enters. As stated in Subal Upanishad, Prakriti Adi Sarva Bhutantarayami Sarva Sesi Cha Narayana. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is existing as the Super Soul in all manifested universes. The three Purus avatars are described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. They are described in the Narad Pancharatra, one of the Satvat Tantras. Vishnu to Trini Rupani Purusakhyani Atho Vidu. The Supreme Personality of Godhead manifests three features as Karano Dakshai Vishnu, Garbho Dakshai Vishnu, and Chiro Dakshai Vishnu in this material manifestation. The Mahavishnu or Karno Dakshai Vishnu is described in the Bam Samhita. Yah Karana Rinava Jale Bhajati Sma Yoga Nidram. The Supreme Lord Krishna, the cause of all causes, lies down in the cosmic ocean as Mahavishnu. Therefore, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the beginning of this universe, the maintainer of the universal manifestation, and the end of all energy. Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita 10:21. Adityanam aham Vishnur Jyotisham Raviram Shuman Marichir Marutam Asmi Nakshatranam aham Shashi. Adityanam, of the Adityas, aham, I am, Vishnu, the Supreme Lord, Jyotisham, of the luminaries, Ravi, the sun, Amshuman, radiant, Mariche, Marichi, Marutam, of the Maruts, Asmi, I am, Nakshatranam, of the stars, aham, I am, Sasi, the moon. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Of the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Of lights, I am the radiant sun. Of the Maruts, I am Marichi. And among the stars, I am the moon. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. There are 12 Adityas, of which Krishna is the principal. Among all the luminaries shining in the sky, the sun is the chief, and in the Brahma Samhita, the sun is accepted as the glowing eye of the Supreme Lord. There are 50 varieties of wind blowing in the space, and these winds are controlling deity. Marichi represents Krishna. Among the stars, the moon is the most prominent at night, and thus the moon represents Krishna. It appears from this verse that the moon is one of the stars. Therefore, the stars that twinkle in the sky also reflect the light of the sun. The theory that there are many suns within the universe is not accepted by the Vedic literature. The sun is one, and as by the reflection of the sun the moon illuminates, so also do the stars. Since Bhagavad Gita indicates herein that the moon is one of the stars, the twinkling stars are not suns but are similar to the moon.
Chapter 10, Shlok 22. Vedanam samavedosmi davanam asmi vasava Indyarnanam manaschasmi bhutanam asmi chetana. Of the Vedas, I am the Samaveda. Of the demigods, I am Indra.
Synonyms. Meanings.
Vedanam. Of all the Vedas, Samaveda, the Samaveda.
Samaveda.
Okay. Samveda, the Samveda. Asmi, I am Devanam. Of all the demigods, Asmi, I am Vasvaha, the heavenly king. Indyanam, of all the senses, Manaha, the mind. Cha, also, Asmi, I am Bhutanam, of all living entities. Asmi, I am Chetana, the living force. Of the Vedas, I am the Samveda. Of the demigods, I am Indra, the king of heaven. Of the senses, I am the mind, and in living beings, I am the living force, consciousness. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The difference between matter and spirit is that matter has no consciousness like the living entity. Therefore, this consciousness is supreme and eternal. Consciousness can't be produced by combination of matter.
Bhagavad Gita 10.23. Rudranam sankaraschasmi vitteso yaksha rakshasam vasunam pavakas chasmi meru sikarainam aham. Rudranam, of all the Rudras, Sankara, Lord Shiva, Cha also, Asmi, I am, Vitta Isha, the Lord of the treasury of the demigods, Yaksha Rakshasam, of the Yakshasas and Rakshasas, Vasunam, of the Vasus, Pavakaha, fire, Cha also, Ashmi, I am, Meru, Sikarinam, of all mountains, Aham, I am. Of all the Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. Of the Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am the Lord of Wealth, Kuvera. Of the Vasus, I am fire, Agni. And of mountains, I am Meru. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. There are 11 Rudras, of whom Shankara, Lord Shiva, is predominant. He is the incarnation of the Supreme Lord, in charge of the mode of ignorance in the universe. The leader of the Yakshasas and Rakshasas is Kuvera, the master treasurer of the demigods, and he is a representation of the Supreme Lord. Meru is a mountain famed for its rich natural resources.
Chapter 10, text 24. पुरोधसाम च मुख्यं मां विद्धि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं सेनानी नामहं स्कंद सरसामस्मि सागरः. Purodho, Purodhasm, Purodhasams of all priests. Cha also, Mukhyam the chief, Mam me, Vidhi understand, Partha, O son of Pritha, Brahspatim, Brahspati, Senaninam of all commanders, Aham, I am, Skanda, Kartikeya, Sarsam of all reservoirs of water, Asmi, I am, Sagara, the ocean. Translation by His Divine Grace. ऐसी भक्ति भांता शिला प्रभुपाद की जय. Of priests, O Arjuna, know me to be the chief, Brihaspati. Of generals, I am Kartikeya, and of bodies of water, I am the ocean. Purport by His Divine Grace. ऐसी भक्ति भांता शिला प्रभुपाद की जय. Indra is the chief demigod of the heavenly planets and is known as the king of the heavens. The planet on which he reigns is called Indralok. Brihaspati is Indra's priest, and since Indra is the chief of all the kings, Brihaspati is chief of all the priests. And as Indra is the chief of all kings, similarly Skanda or Kartikeya, the son of Parvati and Lord Shiva, is the chief of all military commanders, and of all bodies of water, the ocean is the greatest. These representations of Krishna only give hints of his greatness.
Chapter 28, Slok 25. Yeah, 10. Chapter 10, Slok 25. Maharshi Ram Pragurham Giramasame Kamsharam Yajnanam Japyo Kishim Sthavaram Himalaya Maharasnam. Among the great sages, Bhragu, Aham, I am, Giram, of vibrations, Asmi, I am, Ekam, Akasharam, Pranava, Yajnanam, of the sacrifices, Japa, Vajna, chanting, Japa Yagya, chanting, Asmi, I am, Sthavaranam, of immovable things, Himalaya, the Himalaya mountains. Of the great sages, I am Bhragu of vibrations, I am the transcendental Om of sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy names Japa, and of immovable things, I am the Himalayas. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Brahma, the first living creature within the universe, created several sons of the propagation of various kinds of species. Among these sons, Bhragu is the most powerful sage. Of all the transcendental vibrations, Om, Omkara, represents Krishna. Of all sacrifices, the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, is the purest representation of Krishna. Sometimes animal sacrifices and recommended, but in the sacrifice of Hare Krishna, there is no question of violence. It is the simplest and the purest. Whatever is sublime in the words is a representation of Krishna. Therefore, the Himalayas, the greatest mountains in the world, also represent him. The mountain named Meru was mentioned in a previous verse, but Meru is sometimes movable, whereas the Himalayas are never movable. Thus, the Himalayas are greater than Meru.
Bhagavad Gita 10.26 Aswatha sarva vrikshanam deva srinam cha narada gandharvanam chitraratha siddhanam kapilo muni. Aswatha, the banyan tree, sarva vrikshanam, of all trees, devarshinam, of all the sages, among us the demigods, cha and narada, gandharvanam, of the citizens of Gandharva planet, chitrartha, Siddhanam, of all those who are perfected, Kapila Muni. Translation. Of all trees, I am the banyan tree, and of the sages among the demigods, I am Narada. Of the Gandharvas, I am Chitrartha, and among perfected beings, I am the sage Kapila. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The banyan tree, Aswatha, is one of the highest and most beautiful trees, and people in India often worship it as one of their daily morning rituals. Amongst the demigods, they also worship Narada, who is considered the greatest devotee in the universe. Thus, he is a representation of Krishna as a devotee. The Gandharva planet is filled with entities who sing beautifully, and among them the best singer is Chitrartha. Amongst the perfect living entities, Kapila, the son of Devahuti, is a representative of Krishna. He is considered an incarnation of Krishna, and his philosophy is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Later on, another Kapila became famous, but his philosophy was aesthetic. Thus, there is a gulf of difference between them.
Text 27, chapter 10. Uchchaish Shravasham Ashvanam Viddimam Amrutodbhavam Airavatam Gajendranam Naranam Cha Naradipam. Of horses no meet with thee, Uchchaishrava, produced during the churning of the ocean for nectar. Of lordly elephants, I am Airavata, and among men, I am the monarch. Purport: the devotee demigods and the demons, asuras, once took part in churning the sea. From this churning, nectar and poison were produced, and Lord Shiva drank the poison. From the nectar were produced many entities, of which there was a horse named Uchchaishrava. Another animal produced from the nectar was an elephant named Airavata. Because these two animals were produced from nectar, they have a special significance and they are representatives of Krishna. Amongst the human beings, the king is a representative of Krishna because Krishna is the maintainer of the universe. And the kings who are appointed on account of their godly qualifications are maintainers of their kingdoms. Kings like Maharaj Yudhishthira, Maharaj Parikshit, and Lord Rama were all highly righteous kings who always thought of the citizens' welfare. In Vedic literature, the king is considered to be the representative of God. In this age, however, with the corruption of the principles of religion, monarchy decayed and is now finally abolished. It is to be understood that in the past, however, people were more happy under righteous kings.
Chapter 10, text 28. आयुधानामहं वज्रं धेनूनामस्मि कामधुक प्रजनश्चास्मि कन्दर्पः सर्पाणामस्मि वासुकी. Ayudhanam, of all weapons, Aham, I am, Vajram, the thunderbolt, Dhenunam, of cows, Asmi, I am, Kamadhuka, the Surbhi cow, Prajana, the cause of begetting children, Cha, and Asmi, I am, Kandarpa, Cupid, Sarpanam, of serpents, Asmi, I am, Vasuki, Vasuki. Of weapons, I am the thunderbolt. Among cows, I am the Surbhi. Of causes of procreation, I am Kandarpa, the god of love, and of serpents, I am Vasuki. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The thunderbolt, indeed a mighty weapon, represents Krishna's power. In Krishna Loka, in the spiritual sky, there are cows which can be milked at any time, and they give as much milk as one likes. Of course, such cows do not exist in this material world, but there is mention of them in Krishna Lok. The Lord keeps many such cows, which are called Surbhi. It is stated that the Lord is engaged in herding the Surbhi cows. Kandarp is the sex desire for presenting good sons. Therefore, the Kandarp is the representative of Krishna. Sometimes sex is engaged in only for sense gratification. Such sex does not represent Krishna, but sex for the generation of good children is called Kandarp and represents Krishna.
अनन्तचाश्रीं नागानां वर्णो यादृशामहं पितृणामया मा चाश्नुं यमासय मा तामहम् Anantaha, Ananta, Cha, also, Ashmi, I am, Naganam, of the many hooded serpents, Varunaha, the demigod, controlling the water, Yadasam, of all aquatics, Ahem, I am, Pitanam, of the ancestors, Aryama, Cha, also, Ashmi, I am, Yamaha, the controller of death, Samyamatam, of all regulators, Ahem, I am. Of the many hooded Nagas, I am Ananta, and among the aquatics, I am of the demigod Varuna. Of the departed ancestors, I am Ayama, and among the dispensers of law, I am Yam, the Lord of Death. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Among the many hooded Nasa serpents, Ananta is the greatest, as is the demigod Varuna among the aquatics. They both represent Krishna. There is also a planet of Pita's ancestors, presided over by Aryama, who represents Krishna. There are many living entities who give punishment to the miscreants, and among them, Yam is the chief. Yam is situated in a planet near this earthly planet. After death, those who are very sinful are taken there, and Yam arranges different kinds of punishments for them.
10.30 Prahaladas chasmi daityanam kala kalyatam aham mirganam cha gendro ham vainaiteyas cha pakshinam Prahlada Cha also asked me, I am Daityanam of the demons, Kala, time, Kalyatam of subduers, Aham, I am Mrganu of animals, Cha, and Mirga Indra, the lion, Aham, I am Vainataya, Garuda, Cha, also Pakshinam of birds. Translation. Among the Daitya demons, I am the devoted Prahlada. Among subduers, I am time. Among beasts, I am the lion. Among birds, I am Garuda. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Diti and Aditi are two sisters. The sons of Aditi are called Adityas, and the sons of Diti are called Daityas. All the Adityas are devotees of the Lord, and all the Daityas are atheistic. Although Prahlada was born in the family of the Daityas, he was a great devotee from his childhood. Because of his devotional service and godly nature, he is considered to be a representative of Krishna. There are many subduing principles, but time wears down all things in the material universe and so represents Krishna. Of the many animals, the lion is the most powerful and furious, and of the many and of the many and of the million varieties of birds, Garuda, the barrier of Vishnu, is the greatest. Can I read this one? That was short. 10.31 Pavanaha pavatam ashmi rama shastra britam aham gya gnashanam makarashchami srotasham asmi Janavi. Pavana, the wind. Pavatam, of all that purifies. Ashmi, I am. Rama. Sashtabratam, of the carriers of the weapons. Aham, I am. Dashnam, of all fish. Makaraha, the shark. Cha, also. Ashmi, I am. Srotasham, of flowing rivers. Ashmi, I am. Janavi, the river Gangas. Translation. O purifiers, I am the wind. Of the wielders of weapons, I am Rama. Of fishes, I am the shark. And of flowing rivers, I am the Ganges. Purport. Of all the aquatics, the shark is one of the biggest and is certainly the most dangerous to man. Thus, the shark represents Krishna.
Text 32, chapter 10. Sarganamadirantasya madhyam chaivaham arjuna adhyatma vidyanam vada pravadatam aham. Sarganam, of all creations. Adi, the beginning. Anta, end. Cha, and. Madhyam, middle. Cha, also. Eva, certainly. Aham, I am. Arjuna, O Arjuna. Adhyatma vidya, spiritual knowledge. Vidyanam, of all education. Vada, the natural conclusion. Pravadatam, of arguments. Aham, I am. Translation. Of all creations, I am the beginning and end, and also the middle of O Arjuna. Of all sciences, I am the spiritual science of the self, and among logicians, I am the conclusive truth. Purport. Among the created manifestation, the first is the creation of the total material elements. As explained before, the cosmic manifestation is created and conducted by Mahavishnu, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, and Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. And then again it is annihilated by Lord Shiva. Brahma is the secondary creator. All these agents of creation, maintenance, and annihilation are incarnations of the material qualities of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, He is the beginning, the middle, and the end of all creation. For advanced education, there are various kinds of books of knowledge, such as the 4 Vedas, the 6 supplements, the Vedanta Sutra, books of logic, books of religiosity, and the Puranas. So altogether, there are 14 divisions of books of education. Of these, the book which presents Adhyatma Vidya, spiritual knowledge, in particular, the Vedanta Sutra, represents Krishna. Among logicians, there are different kinds of argument. Supporting one's argument with evidence that also supports the opposing side is called Jalpa. Merely trying to defeat one's opponent is called Vitanda. but the actual conclusion is called Vada. This conclusive truth is a representation of Krishna.
Chapter 10, text 33. Aksharanam Aksharanam karosmi dvanda samasikasya cha ahamevachayah kalo dhataham visvato mukhah. Aksharanam Aksharanam of letters. Akarah, the first letter. Asmi, I am. Dvanda, the dual. Samasikasya, of compounds. Cha, and. Aham, I am. Eva, certainly. Akshaya, eternal. Kalah, time. Dhata, the creator. Aham, I am. Visvata Mukha, Brahma. Of letters, I am the letter A, and among compound words, I am the dual compound. I am also in inexhaustible time, and of creators, I am Brahma. Akar, the first letter of Sanskrit alphabet, is the beginning of the Vedic literature. Without Akar, nothing can be sounded. Therefore, it is the beginning of sound. In Sanskrit, there are also many compound words of which the dual word like Ramakrishna is called Dvandva. In this compound, the words Ram, Krishna have the same form, and therefore the compound is called dual. Among all kind of killers, time is ultimate because time kills everything. Time is the representative of Krishna because in due course of time there will be a great fire and everything will be annihilated. Among the living entities who are creators, Brahma, who has four heads, is the chief. Therefore, he is the representative of the Supreme Lord Krishna.
Chapter 10, Shlok 34. मृत्यु सर्वहरश्चाहम मुद्भवश्च भविष्यातम कीर्ति श्रीवाकर्च नारायणाम स्मृति मेधा धुति क्षमा. Mrityu, death, sarvahara, all devouring, cha, also, aham, I am, udbhava, generation, cha, also, bhavishyatam, of future manifestations, kirti, fame, shri, opulence or beauty, walk, fine, speech, cha, also, nainam, of woman, smriti, memory, medha, intelligence, sthiti, firmness, shama, patience. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay. Translation. I am all devouring death and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Purport. As soon as a man is born, he dies at every moment. Thus, death is devouring every living entity at every moment. But the last stroke is called death itself. That death is Krishna. As for future development, all living entities undergo six basic changes. They are born, they grow, they remain for some time, they reproduce, they dwindle, and finally they vanish. Of these changes, the first is deliverance from the womb, and that is Krishna. The first generation is the beginning of all future activities. The seven opulences listed fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience are considered feminine. If a person possesses all of them or some of them, he becomes glorious. If a man is famous as a righteous man, that make him glorious. Sanskrit is a perfect language and is therefore very glorious. If after studying one can remember a subject matter, he is gifted with a good memory or smriti and the ability not only to read many books on different subject matters but to understand them and apply them when necessary is intelligence, medha, another opulence. The ability to overcome unsteadiness is called firmness or steadfastness. dhriti. And when one is fully qualified, it is humble and gentle, and when one is able to keep his balance both in sorrow and in the ecstasy of joy, he has the opulence called patience. Shama.
10.35 Paritsama tatta smanam Gayatri chandasam aham mashanam marga shirsoham ruttanam kusumakara Bhartasama, the Bhartasama. Tata, also, Smanam, of this Samnam, of the Sama Veda songs, Sam Veda songs. Gayatri, the Gayatri hymns. Chandasam, of all poetry. Aham, I am. Manasanam, Masanam, of months. Margashira, Margashirsha, the month of the November, December. Aham, I am. Rutranam, of all seasons. Kashu Akara, spring. Of the hymns in the Samveda, I am the Brahat Sama, and of poetry I am the Gayatri, and of months I am the Margashira, November, December. And of seasons I am flowering bearing spring. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. It has already been explained by this Lord that among all of the Vedas, he is Samaveda. The Samveda is rich with beautiful songs played by various demigods. One of these songs is called the Britsam, which has an exquisite melody and is sung at midnight. In Sanskrit, there are definite rules that regulate poetry. Rhyme and meter are not written whimsically. As in much modern poetry, amongst the regulated poetry, the Gayatri mantra, which is chanted by the duly qualified brahmanas, is the most prominent. The Gayatri mantra is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam because the Gayatri mantra is especially meant for God realization. It represents the Supreme Lord. This mantra is meant for spiritually advanced people, and when one attains success in chanting it, he can enter into the transcendental position of the Lord. One must first acquire the qualities of the perfectly situated person. The qualities of goodness according to the laws of material nature. In order to chant the Gayatri mantra, The Gayatri mantra is very important in Vedic civilization. and is considered to be the sound incarnation of Brahman. Brahma is an initiator, and it is passed down from him in his disciplic succession. The month of November December is considered the best of all months because in India grains are collected from the fields at this time and the people become very happy. Of course, spring is a season universally liked because it is neither too hot nor too cold, and the flowers and trees blossom and flourish. In spring, there are also many ceremonies commemorating Krishna's pastimes. Therefore, this is considered to be the most joyful of all seasons, and it is the representative of the Supreme Lord Krishna. 10.36.
द्युतं चालयतम् अस्मि तेजस्विनामहं जयोऽस्मि व्यवसायोऽस्मि सत्त्वं सत्त्वातमहं द्यूतं gambling chalayatam of all cheats asmi I am teja the splendor tejasvinam of everything splendid aham I am jaya victory asmi I am vyavasaya enterprise or adventure asmi I am sattvam the strength sattvavatam of the strong aham I am also the gambling of cheats and of the splendid I am the splendor. I am victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. Purport. There are many kinds of cheaters all over the universe. For all cheating processes, gambling stands supreme and therefore represents Krishna. As the supreme, Krishna can be more deceitful than any mere man. The unfortunate commentator who wants to cheat Krishna and the public by saying that there is something greater than Krishna is cheated by Krishna. And the commentator cannot understand Krishna after any length of time. If Krishna chooses to deceive a person, no one can surpass him in his deceit. His greatness is not simply one-sided, it is all-sided. Among the victorious, he is victory. He is the splendor of the splendid. Among the enterprising and industrious, he is the most enterprising, the most industrious. Among adventurers, he is the most adventurous. And among the strong, he is the strongest. When Krishna was present on earth, no one could surpass him in strength. Even in his childhood, he lifted Govardhana hill. No one can surpass him in cheating. No one can surpass him in splendor. No one can surpass him in victory. No one can surpass him in enterprise. And no one can surpass him in the strength.
Chapter 10, text 37. वृष्णीनां वासुदेवस्मि पाण्डवानां धनञ्जयः मुनीनां प्यहं व्यासः कवीनामुसना कवि. Vrishinam of the descendants of Vrishni, Vasudeva, Krishna in Dwarka, Asmi I am, Pandavanam of the Pandavas, Dhanam Jaya Arjuna, Muninam of the Aham I am, Vyasa, Vyas, the compiler of all Vedic literature, Kavinam of all great thinkers, Usana, Usna, Kavi the thinker. Of the descendants of Vishnu I am Vasudev, and of the Pandavas I am Arjuna. Of the sages I am Vyasa, and among great thinkers I am Usna. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Krishna is the original supreme personality of Godhead, and Baladev is Krishna's immediate expansion. Both Lord Krishna and Baladev appeared as sons of Vasudeva, so both of them may be called as Vasudeva. From another point of view, because Krishna never leaves Vrindavan, all the forms of Krishna that appear elsewhere are his expansions. Vasudeva is Krishna's immediate expansion, so Vasudeva is not different from Krishna. It is to be understood that the Vasudeva referred to in this verse of Bhagavad Gita is Baladev or Balram, because he is the original source of all incarnation and thus he is the sole source of Vasudeva. The immediate expansions of the Lord are called Swamsa, personal expansions, and there are also expansions called Vibhinams, separated expansions. Among the sons of Pandu, Arjun is the famous as Dhananjaya. He is the best of men and therefore represents Krishna. Among the Munis or learned men conversant in Vedic knowledge, Vyas is the greatest because he explained Vedic knowledge in many different ways for the understanding of the common mass of people in this age of Kali. And Vyas is also known as an incarnation of Krishna. Therefore, Vyas also represents Krishna. Kavis are those who are capable of thinking thoroughly on any subject matter. Among the Kavis, Ushna Sukracharya was the spiritual master of the demons. He was an extremely intelligent and far-seeing politician. Thus, Sukracharya is the another representative of the opulence of Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Shlok 38. दण्डोदमयतासिं नीतिरसिं जिगीषतामं मौनं चैवासिं गुह्यानां ज्ञानं ज्ञानवतामहं. Dandaha, punishment. Damyatam, of all means of suppression. Asmi, I am. Nitihi, morality. Asmi, I am. Jigisatam, of those who seek victory. Monam, silence. Cha, and Iva, also. Asmi, I am. Guhyanam, of secrets. Jnanam, knowledge. Jnanavatam, of the wise. Aham, I am. Translation. Among all means of suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment, and of those who seek victory, I am morality. Of secret things, I am silence, and of the wise, I am the wisdom. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. There are many suppressing agents, of which the most important are those that cut down miscreants. When miscreants are punished, the agency of chastisement represents Krishna. Among those who are trying to be victorious in some field of activity, the most victorious element is morality. Among the confidential activities of hearing, thinking, and meditating, silence is most important because by silence one can make progress very quickly. The wise man is he who can discriminate between matter and spirit, between God's superior and inferior natures. Such knowledge is Krishna himself.